In this episode of OG55, we are basically saying thank you. We had an amazing weekend for the 70th anniversary of Disneyland. We were there for 3 full days. We met a ton of people in our community, in the overall theme park community. It was a really good time. This video is basically just to thank everybody that we came across, that we were able to hang out with. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. This is Disneyland Resort's 70th West Coast. Let's.
I ain't got nothing to say but West Side.
Welcome on board, everybody, to another episode of OG55. This won't be too long of a video, but we had a great weekend with friends and our community and everything at Disneyland for the 70th kickoff. So I want to give a big thank you video. Before we dive in, though, George, where can everybody find you on social media, sir?
Absolutely. You can find me right here on Orange Grove 55 with my segment Citrus Corner with all that sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and info. And you could also find me on my new YouTube channel, Citrico Central, sister channel to Orange Grove 55, and also follow us on Instagram with Citrico Central as well.
There he is. Okay, so George, myself, and his lovely fiance Abby. We went down to Anaheim on Thursday night, right? Mm-hmm. Amazing time. We were there at Disneyland all day Friday, all day Sunday, and pretty much all day Sunday too. Mm-hmm. And we came across so many people, not just in the content creation space, which we'll get into, but just in our community, like fans and friends of the channel, and it was a really, really, really good time. So Friday. We'll kind of go day by day, I guess, right? Friday was a huge day because that was day one, basically. And you want to go ahead and set the table on this one in terms of who we met and all that good stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So we ended up rope dropping that day, very, very early in the morning. It was kind of chaotic, with everyone lining up for the merch at the Emporium and what have you. But we kicked off the day meeting our good friends, theme park conductor and Tommy Toon.
Yes.
Which, it was awesome in itself. So starting not even the day, but starting basically the weekend, with the guys, it was just a phenomenal time.
It was amazing because I've never met conductor in person. A lot of I think you did, right? You've met him before.
Yes.
And he's tall. He is really tall.
He's a big guy.
He's a big dude, but I finally met Conductor in person, and I never met Tommy Toon in person.
Yeah, that was actually both of us. That was our first time meeting him in person. We had him on the channel before, but yeah, we never got to actually meet in person, hang out. So we got to do that throughout the weekend. So that was awesome.
Yeah, and with Tommy, it was fun. It was fun because I love the dude's energy, bro. He's got great energy, and we were just having a ball. He wasn't there for Saturday, but he was there for Friday and he was there for Sunday. But we were just having a ball, man. All of us were just cracking up. Really, really good dude. I also do want to mention he does have a YouTube channel, which I will be linking down below. Definitely check him out. Subscribe to him. Show him all the love because we saw that dude in action, didn't we?
We did. He did things for his channel very well. He has a good establishment for himself, and honestly, definitely everyone show him the love and definitely check out his channel because he does give out good content because we got to witness it firsthand right in the park.
Firsthand, I was really, really impressed. And then we ran into that gal in line getting into the Emporium.
Yes,
we met her, we saw her. She's a friend of the channel. We ran into her at D23 with her husband.
Correct.
But this time, I don't know where her husband was, but we saw her waiting in line. I guess she was holding the spot, and she was lovely as always. Yeah. So big shout out to her. She's amazing. I don't know if she wants us to say her name on the video. That's why I'm not saying her name, but she knows who she is.
Yes.
She knows who she is. But go ahead, George. Yes, absolutely. But go ahead, brother. You continue.
But yeah, they were both sweet. I ended up giving them keychains of my logo of Citrico Central, just because they've been huge supporters of your channel, for how long, and then moving into my channel. So it's like, you show the love, and we got a lot of great feedback just of people just throughout the weekend, just recognizing us and praising us and thanking us that, that it, our content like helps them and inspires them and makes them, make their day a little more brighter. So at the end of the day, that it's a very humbling moment when you get told that of what we do, that we just do it for fun, but we end up making a difference into somebody else's day. Yes.
And when I hear that, when someone comes up to us and we're like, hey, OG, hey, George, like your content got me through this hard time in my life, or you make my work days a little bit easier. I listen to you while I'm working, or whatever the case may be. That is why we do what we do, because that really makes it, like, I love that. I love making that difference and being that positive impact on anyone's life. That's amazing to me. And that's the thing, like, we do these videos a lot of times, if it's not live, a lot of times we just do these videos as you and I,
Mm-hmm.
and then it gets released out, or not necessarily just you and I. Sometimes it'll be Eva or whoever's on the panel with us, but then we release it out there into the world. And it's amazing once we release it out in the world, we get the data and all that with the YouTube, but when we go to the parks and people are coming up to us like, wow, we've really impacted people. Like, these are real people watching our channel, and we've made a difference, and it makes us feel really, really good. And we want to say, if you ever see us in the parks, if you ever see us at Disney, Universal, even Legoland or something, like, just come by and say hi. It's
absolutely.
Yeah.
I find it, like, even though I enjoy it's a rush to see the algorithm and the data and the numbers and what have you, but I also like to tend to look at the numbers another way, where it's like, say, I'll just give a random number, 200 views, for a video. I mean, in the YouTube world, to consider yourself quote unquote successful, you need like over 1,000 plus viewpoints. But for me, if I got 200 views on my video or on my content,
that's 200 people.
200 people that took an interest into something that I put out there, that they took the time to sit and watch. And for me, I think that's really cool.
No, it's very special. Exactly. And we take the audience very, very seriously, because without you guys and gals at home, we'd be talking to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the audience is everything. The community is everything. So we love you all. And just like I said, if you ever see us at the parks, shout out to Stuart, man. Like, we were at Legoland. We've only done like 3 Legoland videos, like, in the history of OG55. And I was standing there at Legoland. I get a tap on the shoulder, OG55, and I turn around, and it's a model citizen, the cast member, basically, at Legoland. He's like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, and we were shooting the shit for like 20 minutes, half hour, and it was great, dude. But we also ran into a lot of other folks at the park.
And honestly, I just have to say that before we dive into that, because right before then, I decided to go live for the very first time in park on Citrico Central. Had no expectations, didn't think nothing of it. I was excited, doing it for the first time. I've never done it before. Literally, my very first live in Disneyland on location. Walking down Main Street, we just get bombarded in a good way with a sea full of content creators.
Yeah.
And it's all the people that we watch, that we talk to, like on social media, that we look up to, that inspired us. There's a lot and then we can go through who we met, but it was just so interesting and a rush to actually have everybody there at once, and we're all mingling and we're all talking. And the fact that I captured all this on my very first live was
amazing,
mind-boggling.
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to Chris and Amanda, Provost Park Pass, and I love them so much. And Amanda is a big fan of the channel, and we got to have her back on. We have to have her on the channel and talk.
Yeah, we have to get her back on.
Yeah, sure. Parks, talk Star Wars, whatever. But she was super nice, and she really did make my day, because the stuff she said about the content, about she loves our content, and that really, when you hear, a lot of people at home don't realize how much work goes into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when someone like Amanda, who's, you know, they're massive in our space, you know, in our theme park community, when she was saying that she watches OG55 and she loves what we do, and it, I mean, it was like, wow, this is really, really cool. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a big shout out to them. We love them. They are amazing people. So, but go ahead, George.
Absolutely. Yes, I completely agree. Provost, Park Pass, and Amanda, definitely awesome people. I got to talk to her a little bit as well. And I did, you know, send out that invite that whenever she's ready, you know.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Also, too, we got to see Justin Scard, you know, with his lovely with his lovely gal, and Adam the Woo, and Offhand Disney, and Magic Journeys, which actually they ended up remembering me, which was funny.
How could they not remember the Italiano, George? Come on.
It's the Italiano. Forget about it.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk to, I talked to Adam. I didn't get a chance to talk to Magic Journeys, but I did the last time on Dapper Day. We ran into them. They were a lovely, lovely couple. And I didn't get a chance to talk to Justin or Allie. Okay. They were in a group, but I didn't get a chance to talk to them.
I didn't really get to talk to Allie that much. She was like just kind of there, like when we were like, because we were talking to everybody. But I was able to get Justin. He did jump on the live, and he did his like Justin thing where he was like just like going into all different like voices and all that, and talking to the audience and everything. But there was also another special moment that my live got taken over. Which was completely unexpected, but yet made sense. And it came from our very good dear friend, Mr. Hey Bricky.
Oh, we love Bricky. If you are a fan of OT55, if you have been subscribed to this channel for any amount of time, you know we are huge Bricky fans. Not just his content. We're Bricky fans of, like, he's an amazing guy. He's a friend of ours. And we got to hang out with him at the park. He took over George's live stream for a little bit. He was giving George all kind of shit. He was calling him like what was he calling it? Little Mario or Super Mario or something?
Little Mario, yeah. Like he was like expecting like me being the Italiano, that I would be like a big soprano kind of guy. He's like, you come here. He's like little Italian Mario. It's like,
forget about it. But dude, Bricky was so funny, and he's brilliant, dude. And we hung out with him for a good chunk of the day, I think, actually.
Like moving into like, it was like the early evening going into the night, because he hung out while we were even waiting for Paint the Night, and he stayed for a little bit. But he didn't stay for Paint the Night, but he did. We had a
lot of great conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. We had dinner with him at the Plaza Inn. We got to pick his brain, got to talk to him, you know, like of how he does like his content, like of how he records. He's given me a lot of insight and pointers of like what I can do moving forward with, you know, my personal content and everything, and just, you know, shooting the shit basically. And that's what's really cool about with Bricky and a lot of these content creators, is that a lot of them are very down to earth. And it's like, it gives you that sense of like when you're on social media and you deal with a lot of people that is just, you know, you hear this, you hear that. It's like, there's just like so much toxicity,
negativity, and
you know, that just goes through, you know, but to actually be there in person and everybody's cheerful and everybody's happy and everybody's talking, it's like, that's what I love. And that's what I wish that we could even get out of social media. But unfortunately, that's just not how the cookie crumbles. No. But the cool thing about this whole weekend, we didn't go on any ride. We went on one. We went on Small World just to see Miguel. That's it. But I am so glad we didn't go on a lot of rides, because this weekend was about friends and family. And it was a celebration. And there's no better way, in my opinion, to celebrate a Disneyland milestone than with the people that you care about, people that you love. Yes. Because that's what Walt really wanted in this park, was to enjoy the park with your loved ones, right? Absolutely. For the parents, the kids, your friends, you know, and to have that whole weekend where we were messing around with Bricky, and we got to meet, you know, all those other great content creators. We were hanging out with our boy Mr. Webba and Theme Park Wizard, and a shout out to Marty. We ran into our buddy Marty, awesome dude, Theme Park Casual. I mean, it was just cool to have that community and have everybody kind of there for this one event
You know, that's this place that we all love that brought us all together. That's what made the weekend so great, man. Mademoiselle. Yes. I'm a huge Mademoiselle fan. She's amazing. We went to the Downtown Disney on Sunday night. What was that bar we went to?
Was it Black Tap?
Black Tap. Yeah. And we were all sitting there just joking around, and she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. We had a good time.
And then she also came back on Saturday, which that was the day Mr. Webber came up from saving the city, as he always does. But he decided to take the day off, you know, let the city have some chaos, you know, he's fine. But he got to hang out, you know, and you know, and that was the interesting thing, that each day, even though it was a whole weekend, each day felt different than the last.
Yes.
Like, it never felt repetitive. It was like there was always something to do. But yeah, we didn't go on any rides except for one, just It's a Small World. But yet there was enough that we did. We walked around with Conductor and Tommy Toon, where we took the Disneyland key to go unlock the keys. We recorded it and everything. It was kind of like a little scavenger hunt. We did a bar chat with Mr. Webber. We did 2 walk and talks with Conductor. We had dinner on Sunday at Carnation Cafe. It was just a great weekend.
It was, man. It was cool, man, to see everybody. It reminded me of D23 is what it reminded me of.
Yes,
D23 was awesome because at D23 we got to hang out with Victoria, who I'm a huge Victoria fan. I absolutely love her. She's an amazing woman, great content creator. But you know, and Lucas Kim, I mean, on D23, a huge friend of the channel, right? We wouldn't be able to even go to D23 without Lucas. We are forever in his debt. But this 70th felt like that D23. It was about the community. And I don't, you know, honestly, I've been on Pirates 19 million times. I've been on Big Thunder a bajillion times. I want to have that. I want to hang out. Like, it's the people that I care about. Like that, you know, when I'm there, let's hang out, you know, with Mademoiselle and Abby and Webber. That's what's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So when Disney literally created the 70th anniversary, that they said they wanted to make it like very fun and very party-like, that's exactly what they got. They succeeded. And I don't think we actually even talked about that. It's like, what were the overall thoughts of just the 70th as a whole? And honestly, I think it's one of Disney's strongest anniversaries, aside from the 50th. The 50th, I think, is something that probably, as of right now, couldn't be topped. But honestly, I have to say, I put the 70th over the 60th.
Yeah. I mean, based on our experience, at least, I thought this weekend was fantastic, man. I mean, just so many people that we were able to enjoy and hang out with. And like you were saying, we were there for 3 days. So each day was like a different experience. And that's what's beautiful about Disney, is that your experience is kind of different based on who you're with. Yes. Like, if you're with your kids, your experience would be different than if you're with your fiance. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is kind of different. You know, gotta also mention Bob Berry Place. We hung out with him waiting for Paint the Night. He's a fellow content creator, friend of the channel. Theme Park Casual was helping you out with that live stream stuff, because
I had a little bit of a blunder Friday night for the premiere of Paint the Night. It was not my best moment, but you live and learn. But yeah, Casual was giving me some like tips and pointers of like what to do, like how to handle the situation, like if you happen to have a blunder during a live, or what he uses and everything. So yeah, again, it was just like,
it's great times, man.
Just looking back at it, it was like there was not a moment that I could look back, aside from me having my moment after my live didn't go so well. But I even had the support of everybody at home who wasn't in the park.
Yeah.
It was very sweet.
Here, look, George, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I'm gonna tell you, and this goes for anything. Look, and I get it. It was a live stream, right? And you were bummed out it went down, right? But anything in life, like if you mess up, like if people, like, you make a mistake, or you maybe years ago you were like a jerk, or no, I'm not saying you, I'm saying generalized people, you know, because you live life, you make mistakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, what you talk about, OG?
What you talking about? Yeah, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the collective, like people in general, right?
Yeah.
It's not about the mistake. It's not about the fucking up or whatever. It's about how you learn from that and how you get better as a person, right? Yeah. So if maybe 15, 20 years ago you were, you know, as a college kid, you know, you were kind of a schmuck, but if you learn from that and you become a better person, right? And in the content creation space, I've been in this since 2016, and I'm telling you, there have been countless mess ups with technology, with just experimenting with various kind of content, what works, what doesn't. That's part of the growth, man. And you're in this space now where you're here at OG55, but now you're branching off and doing your own thing too. You're going to have those stumbles, and those stumbles are only going to make you stronger, only going to make you better. And you're going to learn as you go. And, you know, you'll be just like OG, man. You'll be like fucking ready to go. You'll be like, you know, like professional, like you got it down, you know, because those mistakes are what you learn from, really. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I completely agree. And as I said, I had my moment, you know, not knowing like how it was going to go, because, you know, it what really was going very well. And that's why I thought, okay, I got this in the bag. But again, like technology is very unpredictable. But I think it was just the community of, they were very supportive, like the people who I did have in the live, you know, they still thanked me, you know, they still had a great time. Yeah. Shout out to Lene Ward and Mark McHugh, because honestly, they messaged me and they were saying like, you know, you didn't fail, you know, you did good. Mark, you know, said like, thank you for taking us with you around Disneyland, because we can't be there and everything. So it was just like, even in that moment that it was like a not so good moment, like as far as like that, but still, again, just the community. Yeah. Not even just having the people there physically, but the people who were at home that we brought into that space was very supportive. So honestly, it was something that was somewhat negative, but it became a positive learning experience.
100%. And Maybe was very, very. She was our hype queen, man. She was hyping up that live, and it was awesome. You know, so shout out to her as well.
That is true. Yes, I did get a lot of positive feedback from Maybe and Cassandra. I even had someone in there from Argentina that was watching. So yeah, so had a lot of supportive people in the chat, but yeah, just overall for me, as I said, it was a great weekend. Honestly, despite that, like I really honestly wouldn't have changed it, to be honest.
No, me neither. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was absolutely perfect. No hyperbole. I really had a perfect weekend. It was awesome. Yeah. I was exhausted. Sunday night, I could barely keep my eyes open. I hit the pillow at 8:30.
By Sunday evening, I think we all were hitting that like fourth wall. That it was like, but man, it was so worth it.
Fourth wall, I was like on my 7th or 8th. I felt like I went through like 7 brick walls. I was exhausted. But anyway, like we'll wrap this up. But I just wanted to we wanted to do this video to kind of thank everybody, anyone that approached us, anyone we hung out with, interacted with this weekend. Thank you so much. This community is what makes this content creation thing worth it. It really, really does. And just thank you all so much. We had a blast, man. And
also, really quick, I'm so sorry because again, we bumped into so many people. Shout out to Crystal Ray.
Oh my gosh, I love Crystal Ray. We ran into her twice. She is such a lovely woman. Yes, shout out to Crystal Ray. Thank you, George, for that. Yeah, absolutely. And also, was it Chris Lucas over at the parade? We ran into Chris Lucas at waiting for Paint the Night, and our friend Jeff Gordon as well.
Jeff Gordon, yes.
And Kev, we forgot Kev. We forgot Kev, exactly. So there were so many people, and if we look, honestly, it was all weekend. We were hanging out with everybody. It was a lot of fun. So,
and I do have to say this, and I was gonna, and I'll still message you, but I'll say this on the video if you happen to catch it. D Magic Girl, we greatly apologize to the fact that I know that we were supposed to meet up. It was just so chaotic with Paint the Night and everything. People were everywhere. We had to lock in our space right away because they were closing up everything. But we promise you, when we're in the park, hopefully we'll be there at a time that you are. We will definitely hang out for sure. But I just
absolutely. Yeah, we were on a crazy schedule too because we were doing all these dining packages. So we had like dining package appointments, and then it was just, and then with the parade stuff, you got to get in, even with the dining package, you got to get there like an hour or two early. And so, and then we did like a whirlwind tour. We did Paint the Night, Wondrous Journeys, Tapestry, World of Color, Happiness Across the Way. We even got that Carthay Circle projection show in.
Yes,
bro, we were just like freaking.
We were everywhere.
We did it all. We did it all. But again, thank you all. Thank you all so much for all the love, all the support. But George, if you could let everybody at home remind them where they can find you on social media, sir.
Absolutely. You can find me right here on Orange Grove 55 with Citrus Corner with all that sweet, juicy, but sometimes sticky Disney news and info. And you could also find me on my new YouTube channel, Citrico Central, and also the Instagram, Citrico Central, and the Disney Italiano as well. And again, just to echo OG's statement, thank you to everybody, whether we had a long conversation with you over the weekend or even just a quick hi. It made the difference. It made the weekend worthwhile. And just so you know, even though that we were there for the kickoff of the 70th, I mean, the 70th is going to be going on for over a year. So we'll definitely be back in the park. We'll be experiencing some more of the offerings, maybe do some food, 70th food tastings. And also we will be back on July 17th for the opening of the Walt Disney Audio Animatronic Show.
Yes. And speaking of the food, we just recorded a video with an amazing content creator, Park Hop Nation.
Yes.
And he brought to our attention this corn dog at the Corn Dog Castle at DCA that has chili and like fries in it or something. Yeah, I'm definitely, next time I go to the parks, I'm definitely having that.
As I said, I'm not a hot dog eater or even like a corn, like once in a while, like but of what he described, I'm very intrigued. That sounds really good.
So are you more of a vegetarian?
Woke up looking for the broccoli.
You're a vegetarian, man. You wake up looking for the broccoli.
Woke up looking for the broccoli.
You know I got to incorporate Kendrick in here somewhere. You know?
Oh, absolutely. I was waiting for it. I was trying to figure out like where you were going to throw that in there, and it's like,
it is perfect, weaved in perfectly. But everybody, thank you for watching this episode of OG55, and until the next time, see you.
Thank you for watching OG55. If you aren't already, consider becoming a member today.